what's going on, everybody? It's Justin Wolf from Wolf Customs. Wanted to show you guys a couple new items that I'm making. These are some items, some personal designs that people have propositioned me with and everything else to see if I can make. And it's like I've said in my past videos, don't feel limited to the things that I've shared and show on YouTube or my Facebook group and everything else, because I can do all kinds of things. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to challenge me to do those things. So I'm going to show you a couple new belt pouches today that I've finished up this week. The first one is this one here. This one here is called the Messenger. You can see we still have the X border. Okay. Nice heavy-duty buckle on the front to hold the flap down. On the back, this is all been stitched and everything else. The belt loop has been stitched and all that good stuff, and the strap is held on by the two copper rivets there. This thing has a 1.5-inch gusset on it, and it's actually, in my personal opinion, this is a perfect size for a belt pouch. The gusset on it allows for this thing to open up and hold a good amount of gear, even though the size is relatively small. So you can see when this thing opens up, it opens up pretty good. And if I was to take a wild guess, for size reference, let's say how many Altoids tins could I fit in this thing? If I was to guess, I would bet you could fit up to 10 Altoids tins in this thing, plus some miscellaneous gear. But this item here, like I said, this is called the Messenger. So if you're wanting to get your hands on something like this, then you can do so. Just use that name and I'll know exactly what you're talking about. Or if you want to make any modifications to this, you can say I want the Messenger, but I want to add this, or I want to do away with the buckle and add this. Challenge me, okay? The thing with custom work and everything else like this is, everybody's going to want me to give them a price. Well, I can't necessarily give you a price until I know exactly what it is that you're wanting me to do. And at that point, I can give you an estimate, a very good, close ballpark estimate. But again, I can't tell you 100% sure until I actually do the product. But the price range that I quote you and everything else, I'll never exceed it. You know what I mean? If I tell you the item's going to cost between $75 and $100, I'm never going to exceed the $100 mark. I just don't. That just, to me, isn't ethical. So the next item is this item here is called the Strider, and the customer on this one here actually named this belt pouch, and that's something else that I'm going to start doing. Is when someone gives me a design and everything else and we complete it, I'm going to let the customer name it. I mean, it's in essence, it's their belt pouch, so I'm going to let them name it. But this one here is a little bit different. As you can see, this one is a veg tan flat on Kodiak soft leather. This one here is a toggle system with a deer antler and everything else. And the back is 2 belt loops stitched with reinforced copper rivets. So something like this, that on the bottom side here, we have this deer antler. Okay, we'll slide that down, and then right here we have this little tab that we can pull up. Okay, and when we pull up on that, that will come around and this opens up. Now on the inside here, you can see that we've also got the deer antler and everything else to cinch this thing closed, and we've also got a place for a ferro rod. Again, this has a nice size gusset in it, and actually the gusset on this one is 3 inches. So you can see that when this bad boy opens up, you could just stuff a good amount of gear in this thing. Okay, the person that wanted me to make this for him, he was mainly wanting it to carry fire starting equipment and everything else and different tenders and stuff, but he also wanted to use it for his fishing kit. So I made sure to, you know, make this with plenty of room for all that stuff, and it's right at that size also, where it's still not really intrusive but borderline, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can get a little carried away with belt pouches and make them too big, and at that point you might as well put a shoulder strap on them and call them a haversack, because, and this is borderline. This is one of those pouches that I really would have loved to have put a couple D-rings, you know, back here as well, so that way, you know, you could include a shoulder strap with it and everything else. And this is also one of those types that, you know, you could put you know, all kinds of stuff on the side. I mean, you could include something for, you know, like a Leatherman, or, you know, a Laplander saw, or, you know, you could put a sheath on the back of here for a Laplander or something like that. So all kinds of stuff that you can do with these things. So anyway, guys, like I said, these here, the Messenger, and this here is the Strider. So if you guys are interested in getting your hands on either one of these items, or, you know, adding to them or something like that, you know, like something like this, you can take away the toggle system and bring a buckle system over the top of this as well. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. What you doing, babe?
I really want to fly my kite slow.
You do? Yeah. We'll fly it again here in just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So anyway, guys, that's what I got. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Oh, one more thing. The Wolf Customs website is getting close to completion. Right now it's still under construction. You can actually visit it at wolfcustoms.com, you know, but like I said, it's under construction, so there's not a whole lot of stuff there yet. You can find some photos and stuff like that of some of my past work and everything else. Nothing's really organized on it yet though, guys. You're gonna have to bear with me. Like I said, it's still under construction, so everything you just kind of scroll through and look at pictures and everything else. I'm going to set it up to where it's a grid style, so that way you know, you click on, like, say, belt pouches, you know, there'll just be a whole just a god-awful amount of pictures on a grid style, so that way you click on it and it expands it, so that way you don't have to sit there and click and click and click and scroll through the pictures. But anyway, like I said, still under construction. Hopefully we're going to have that thing up and going very soon. But for those that want to see some of my other work, you can go there now, and you can get an idea of some of the other stuff. I'm still adding photos. They're not all there yet, like I said. Hopefully we'll have it soon. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed it, and as always, have a good one.